Good morning, everybody. Whew. I'm in Melbourne, COVID-19. Whew. Hi, I'm Yumi Umiumare, Melbourne-based Japanese performance artist, Butoh dancer and choreographer, living in Melbourne last 27 years. Today, I am introduced to you the very basic exercise of Butoh and movement. I hope you will join us, not just watching the screen, but do exercise together with us. We do Butoh. Bu means dance. To means stomping. Butoh originally started as called Ankoku Butoh, means dance of darkness, which was conceived in Japan in late 50s and early 60s during the social turmoil. There are many interpretations about Butoh, and exercise are many exercises. And also, Butoh can be very strict and also a lot of disciplines. But today, obviously, we can have a very short time, share the very simple and accessible Butoh, and also share the feels of Butoh through your body and my body. Okay, here's my lounge room. As I said, Melbourne has a little bit of a COVID-19 second lockdown, so I can't go out for the studio, even outside is beautiful Saturday morning. My neighbor is chatting outside, so I asked them to be quiet. It's good. So let's start and stay home, Butoh at home. Okay. It's just going to start something simple, and I just put the little music, self-operated for by myself, and gentle music. Okay, if you can do exercise very warm up ourselves, use the Japanese hands in Japanese called te, hands in Japanese called ashi, feet, ashi and te. Feet, foot, and hand. So if you can take your socks off, if you're cold, just keep it on. Take the socks off. And just have a little exercise on the ground. So in Butoh, hands and feet is very important. You might see a lot of people doing a very not ever standing, moving on the floor in Butoh. So we have to activate and warm up our hands and feet if we can. So we're going to separate it, our feet, through your fingers. If you can, just squeezing or massaging and just even say hello. Maybe I just go back a little bit. Yeah, say hello to individual toes. Separate it and go up and back and forward. Sometimes we never really spend time to separate our feet. But if you can, make separate really like hand. Okay? So just use your hand as a te, use your foot as an ashi. So we're going to make a little quick exercise. Feet separated and turn around with your ankles and your wrist. If you can, just to feel your elbow as well. That's good. I can't see you, but I can feel you turning. Good. Turning around. And also the other way. And in this Butoh exercise, what we're trying to do is not just trying to force it, but you can make your joint more flexible, but also say hello to your foot. Hello to your foot. And turn around and say hello. Individual foot. Individual hand. Okay, so if you can do just on your left side, turn around, say hello, good morning. Did you have a good day? And even check what's the texture look like. We take for granted we're standing every day. but just let's check it on your feet. Hello, and rubbing, and even thank you, because you're using these parts every single day to stand. So even smell it and check the texture and color. So you can do about 10 times each, the other side 10 times each. And each circle, joint on your wrist, joint on your elbow, joint on your neck, even shoulder blade. And sometimes in this warm-up, I introduce people to yawn and sigh. Sometimes in a normal studio space, people think you're a bit rude if you're yawning. But in this lounge room, you can yawn and shout and sigh by yourself. Even in the studio, I do actually. So, yawn and sigh. That means you can give oxygen in your brain. Okay, just really quickly turn around the other way. You did it 10 times. Now we're going to, again, find your condition, say hello for your knee and your thigh. But if you're unflexible, don't push like this, like just sigh with a bit of a smile, not like yeah? So just about, if you can press a little bit here, if not, just keep it gentle and like a rowing on the boat. If you can go rowing 6 times, gently rolling 6 times. Again, you feel softness on your wrist, elbow, your neck and shoulder blade. Turn around about 6 times. You can do 10 if you want, but today I do 6. Another one more. And change the direction. Yawn and sigh. Akubi and tameiki. Give the oxygen into your head. Bit of a space in the head, space between your foot and your knees and your elbows. Okay. And almost bump massaging onto your ground, bump massaging. And again, don't push it on your limit. Just have a little bit of say hello to your buttocks. Say hello to your toes. Say hello to individual individual surface of the body. And next time, just roll, holding. So your elbow going to your knees, the other elbow going to your foot. And almost like a little baby you're holding. This is a baby head. And just gently like having a kumori uta, which is a lullaby. So your knees like a baby's head. And if you can turn around 360, watching baby's head. Yeah. And if you have a difficulty, don't push it. Main thing is gentle sigh. And put your feet onto the ground. Little stretch. I'll show you a little bit closer. So a little stretching. Your face and the shoulder in. And let go. And your flex position, shoulders in your face in. And let go. Sometimes face is a part of muscle, so we use the face muscles. Last one more. Squeeze your face in and shoulder in. Very good. Then we're going to try to do the other side of the foot. Ashi and te. You put separated your fingers and turn around on your condition. Clockwise, your neck, your elbow, your wrist, and gently side. Oh, and yawn. And turn around. And this time, if you could make a little bigger circle of ceiling to look and the floor to look. So you almost say hello to your entire room and to your foot. Good morning, ohayou gozaimasu. Through your head and your face, say hello. And yawn, and then the side. Okay. So turn the other way. Yeah. This time you can go sideways. Say hello to the wall. And hello to your elbows. Hello to your neck. Hello to your wrist. Hello to your ankle. Again, yawn. Okay, couple more big circle, feel the air. Warm up yourself and warm up to the room. Okay. And as we did before, gentle 6-time turn like a rowing a boat. Inhale. Don't push it. Main thing is saying hello or giving oxygen into the joint on your wrist and your knees and your ankle. Yawn and sigh. Yawn is akubi. Akubi. Sigh is tameki. And change the direction. Again, what sort of condition today of you? Don't push it if you're hard. If you want to be doing it 10 times or quicker, you can. But main thing, listening and greeting to your own body. Because lots of things we take for granted. This even joint, in a certain age or certain time in the winter, it's a little hard to move. So just to give them a gentle greeting. And just stop. Again, greeting onto your buttocks. Slide and feel this looking. What sort of texture, even if you want to see the skin. Say hello to your own body. Recognition of your own body. Without any judgment, because that's who you are. And again, buttocks massaging. And folding on your foot to one elbow, folding into this other elbow to your knees. And this knee is a baby head. Again, another little bit of lullaby, as if you're humming or baby sleeping. And main thing is relax. If you're intense, you can't move. So if you relax, You can move. Okay, and again, put your foot down, flex position, shoulders in, faces squeeze, and let go. Again, I do with a bit of a close-up, because main thing is the face and shoulder to squeeze, and down. And last, one more shoulder in your face and your knees to squeeze. And down. And in Butoh, we use a lot of face expression. So use your hand. We are just doing a little warm up our face. Okay, and hair, checking your hair, I'm checking my hair. Good. So now it's going to the next exercise. I'm just gonna turn the music off. So what first exercise with the hand, te, and ashi is feet. We have a very important thing about foot and hand. But in Butoh, believe or not, they are saying, the founder of Butoh, Tatsumi Hijikata, said, Butoh wa tatenai tokoro kara hajimaru. Means, Butoh starts where you cannot stand. So you can't stand up. You want to stand up, but you can't actually stand. Why? We don't know, but this is a form, some of the exercise we got, tatenai Butoh, tatenai odori. The dance, you can't stand. Of course, a lot of dance, normally you have to stand, do the plie, do the turn, because you're standing. But in this Butoh exercise, we say, not because you can't stand, but let's focus the vulnerable, gentle side of our feet. So, for example, if you cannot stand, how we are sit down. Just a little exercise, I might just put a little music. We are doing very simple exercise of what if we cannot stand in this floor today? Are they injured? That's why we cannot stand? Or am I a bit old, so I can't stand? Or am I a baby, so I'm not knowing how to stand? Or am I an animal, 4 legs animal, so I can't stand with 2 legs? So just exploring idea of what's that mean, standing. Just 1 minute of improvisation I show you. You will try to stand but not able to. Or you want to stand but legs is not able to. You want it, you never stand as a fetus. And 4. Just a little bit of playing in your lounge room. Use this wall to stand. You want to stand, but you fall. You are trying to reach to stand. Because your feet is not formed yet. Just try to be a little vulnerable. Okay. Okay, so it's a very quick version of cannot stand because your feet is not stable yet. So we are just now, look at our feet again, touching onto the ground. Look at the feet again, touching onto the ground. So as if first time you ever touched the floor or ground. Very soft skin, very, very vulnerable, but flesh, very fresh. And you almost feel the sensitivity on your feet, surface. They almost have an eye on the feet. You can see through your foot. You can hear from your foot. You can smell through your foot. Or you can almost taste from your foot. So just as a notion of feet, what if they have all sense has happened on the feet? Because you couldn't stand before, now you can stand. But all the nerve system gathering onto your feet. So just to play a little bit of abstract idea of feet is actively perceiving, feeling, sensing, smelling, watching, hearing, tasting. Good. It's a little abstract all of a sudden. That's very good. But as we said, Butoh's toe is stomping. We can also stomp our feet. Stomp, but as a connection of touch. Stomp. Your feet is a connection of the touch to the ground. And connection to the ground. So feet is not just automatically walking, but you are seeking the connection onto the ground. Almost you can close your eyes and look from your foot, touching from your foot, stomping from your foot. Don't push it if you're difficult or find it difficult, but searching from your foot. Searching from the foot. Searching from the foot. And even your hands, te and ashi, searching. But you're not looking, sensing through the air. Very good, couple more. Sensing of your point of contact. Last one. Good. So just this is a second exercise I called Butoh は立てないところから始まる. Butoh starts where we cannot stand. So rather than all able to stand and move, what if we can't? What if we cannot? So you have to be more sensitized and feel open your perception about our feet. So this is exercise to make more details of our body. especially on our feet. Okay, so it's not only our feet. I will just explain a little bit more other part of body. Number 3 exercise. This is called 体のあちこちに王国がある. There are many kingdoms around each part of our body. There is a kingdom of hand. There is a kingdom of our knees. There is a kingdom of your right pointing fingers. There is a kingdom on our tongue. There is a kingdom of our own toes. And they move themselves separately. Ooh, looks a bit like a just crazy person, but it's actually I'm focusing in the different kingdoms moving themselves. Okay? So, concept is simple. We have got the different kingdom in a different part of our body. So, this is the isolation exercise. Number 3, we're going to try it together. Okay, so let's say we can stand already, but very empty, not too full, not too solid, almost like I feel like a liquid. We keep it empty, keep it empty, keep it empty. And just one simple, before we go into this isolation exercise, have a little strings on the top of your head. One string is pulling from you. One string is pulling from you. And remember, feet is gentle touch. Feet is gentle touch. And inside of our body is very soft like a liquid. So this is we can call neutral position. Not too low, not too big, not too open, but we have very neutralized invisible string and liquid inside of our body. Okay, so we're going to try the number 3 exercise, isolation exercise. So let's say invisible strings pull your right foot and down. Invisible strings pull your left foot and again down. Invisible strings pull your right foot and down. Invisible string pull your right foot and down. So as I said, there is a kingdom of our knees want to move themselves. So just practicing this invisible strings. Almost you not moving because they got their own kingdom or own rules and own funds and own languages. They're speaking themselves. So just have a little knees, just muck around with invisible string. Moving, moving, not you moving, but feel the invisible strings moving, 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 moving. Or elastic, elastic. Whoop, 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 whoop. Knees just moving, frantic sometimes. Whoop, 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 whoop. And knees having a gentle yawning again. Oh. Knees yawning. Oh. Because they have a character, knees yawn themselves. And a couple more. And nice yawn from knee. But now yawn can have also own character. They can hiccup. Yawn's hiccup. After yawn, we have a hiccup. Knees hicking up. Knees hicking up. And knees are sneezing. Knees sneezing. Knees sneezing. One more sneezing. And knees giggling. I'm laughing myself on your mouth, but actually knees giggling. And they're chatting and make a joke each other between the knees. Okay, knees giggling, knees jiggling gently. Okay. And grumpy. Grumpy knee. Almost grumpy and complain. Knees got talking to himself. And just a little very quick exercise, not knee now, around your pelvis. Or if they have own character, if they have own kingdom around your pelvis. They have a little bit of more gentle, relaxed character. Big, really big, chubby belly. And moving around. Shifting around. And in this exercise, in the belly, you have one golden fish swimming inside. Swimming, swimming. Golden fishes swimming inside. Swimming, swimming. And play with this golden fish. Around your belly. Golden fish is swimming backwards. Golden fish is swimming forward. Again, in your own freedom, it's your own story. You don't have to follow my movement. This is imaginative exercise with isolate part of body. Golden fish. Golden fish. Golden fish is swimming big. Golden fish is swimming down. And the fish is getting a bit bigger because they're eating a lot of the intestine of your food. The fish is getting a little bit more hungry and bigger. Swimming inside of your belly. You're just observing. The fish is also swimming at the back. Swimming, swimming at the back. Forward. And swimming, swimming, swimming. And just to give them a freedom. Give them a swim into the circle. Main thing is you're not moving. Fish is moving. Let them move. 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 Move, move. And if you can have a bit of a train this fish, figure of 8. Follow the fish. Figure of 8. Not you moving. This character of your belly is moving. Let them move. Let them move. Let them move. And let them move a little bit strangely because they're hungry again. They want to get out. They want to get out from your belly button. But they're stuck. So you are actually contradict. You want to keep them, but they want to go. You want to keep them, but they want to go. Just play with your fish. And hold the fish gently. Skinny, skinny hold. This fish is coming up from your belly button. Become skinny hold. This fish is coming up from these small tunnels. Skinny hold through the tunnels of the belly button. Calming, 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 calming. And just watch your fish, imaginative fish on your hand. I think still alive, so we shouldn't leave outside of the water too long. Imaginative fish. And return to the water. Okay. Again, it's all imagination. Of course, believe or not, or yourself, you can believe or not, that's up to you. But in lots of Butoh exercise, we use a lot of imagination and also imaginative body. Through the body, you have to imagine and actualize the image. Otherwise, oh yeah, what do you think? Oh, I don't believe this fish is in my belly because it's intestine scientifically. Of course, you can say that, but this is a little bit of a metaphor. So when we do metaphor from this kind of exercise, we can expand our expression. Everybody can expand their expression. There is no such as trained body because you have got your own quality. Everybody, every single person has a quality. Some people has a bit of arms problem. Some people not necessarily has legs, but they can move as an imaginative world. All the imagination, it's in your own freedom. So these fish, they can traveling anywhere. They can traveling around the eyes. At the moment we did it in the belly, but they can traveling around different part of the body. And they can disappear. Good. So just have a little bit of exercise on your chest. Because it's a short time, we can make it very quickly. Rib cage open and your face closed. Rib cage open, face open. Rib cage closed, your face closed. Rib cage open, your face open. So as I said, we do use a lot of facial expression because we didn't think this is an emotional part of muscle. This is actually practical muscle also. So we need to utilize. Otherwise we don't have an expression on our face. So rib cage closed, rib cage open. So as an exercise, almost like your beast, monster coming from your rib. So you're conceal the little beast inside. But one day they're gonna be open the rib cage and open up. Yeah. And they wanna coming back to their home. Little rib cage tube disappearing inside of your little home. Again, this is a metaphor. There is a kingdom on their chest, on your chest. So we are playing with this metaphor. Little beast inside of your chest. And hands that's got nails and all that sharp material, but we're going to conceal and hide. But one more, slowly open the gate. And this time we're going to be closed very quickly, shut off. Okay? So they're little creatures concealed in a little inside of your rib cage. And now open very quickly. And teeth. And your nails and claws. And closing. And a couple more open very directly. And close. Activate your rib cage. Conceal your little animals and beasts inside. But you can open all of a sudden. Again, believe on it, and inner beast. We just play as a metaphor. And just have a little bit of improvisation of this inner beast. Let it out. Our own inner beast. We're going to play little music again. And just to play with this little inner beast of your own. Not mine, but yours. They can be hungry. They want to be just gentle. Around your chest. Sometimes quick, sometimes gentle. But always slightly vicious. Chest, shoulder blade. They have animals and creatures at the back as well. And a couple more open. Almost like a fire comes from your mouth. And this is good. Let go, especially Melbourne lockdown time for us. Let go from inner beast from inside. It's not aggression. It's just let it out as a character. It's alive and vivid and very strong character inside of your chest and your back. Go. Sometimes you gain something and let go. And last one is very, very slow. We can be easy to be moved like quickly, but again, attention into the details. Bring in your inner peace inside. Feel the intensity and tenderness. Remember, our feet is not that solid. Our feet also gentle and fragile. And slowly open our beast to the air. Don't rush, you feel the release. Still the same intensity. Open a nice inner beast. Nothing wrong with beastie. Open and give them an oxygen, healthy beast. Spread to the air. But they can be also tame and go back to your own cage. Slowly bring back. Individual fingers, individual face. Squeezing in. Don't have to be aggressive. Very gently take into the cage. And last one. Last openness, slowly, gently. Attention into the details of your chest beast. Opening. Your face is opening. And face is expanding. As expanding. Beast is expanding. And strange voice can come like I did. But again, it's in your part of our body. We're squeezing back to center. Center. Gently back into your center. Bringing inside of your heart. No matter it's dark and bit beastie, let's get them inside of your chest. And feel their beating. Tung-kum, 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 tung-kum. And just finally let go. Like a fish we let go. We let go our chest beast, melting into the air. Still touching your chest, touching your back. There is their own character, their own kingdom. But all imaginative world. Up to you, we can believe or not. But it's great activation, great exercise for us to expand our imagination, expand our space, and expand our physical capacity. Because normal dance, we have so much pattern of the movement, but in Butoh, it's actually imaginative movement, so it will change every single time. We still have to articulate what it is, but then we can let go and transform constantly. Great. Wow, that's very quickly passing the time. So I'm checking now last exercise. So number one, what we did is the hand and feet. Number two, the feet. What if we cannot stand? Number three, what just we did, there are many kingdoms in a different part of our body. There are many different characters we can activate. I will just activate a little bit of face and space. Number four is the space. Okay, last exercise. So your space is around us. Space is around us. So for example, because your hand is moving, we don't think about the space, but think about this space between the hands is moving. Between you, this computer to yourself, and the space between you and this computer or any device. So rather than my hand my computer, my device, it's actually there is a space between. So rather than move your fingers, space between the fingers moving. And sometimes we can call this negative space, not as a bad negative. This is actually opposite from positive, like a photograph. Negative space is moving. So my space is moving, my space is moving. My space between the fingers moving, my space between you and computers moving. So in the extent, movement is only happen passively, not actively, which is another dance. We can do dance, but if it's passive, we just leave them to move. Leave them to move. Like a wind, give you a move. Or rain falling on the head. Or thunder onto the body. Or dripping water hitting, 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 hitting. So it's all negative space is moves you rather than you move. So this is the last exercise about the space. So we even our face also, rather than my face is moving, actually space between your nose, space inside of the mouth, space on your ear hole, space between your eyelid is moving. So just air is moving. It's a very opposite, different concept, but it's a very unique exercise we can do in Butoh. So let's try, have a little air movement around you. Okay, I move with you. Space you're holding. Space you're holding is expanding. Space you're holding is shrinking. Space you're holding was opening up to the air, receiving in the rain. Your head is getting wet with a lot of rain. And the space above your head is dripping, 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 dripping. Feel this individual's hair dripping, 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 dripping. Then space around your elbows is getting big. Itchy, little itchy space around your elbow, itchy, itchy, itchy. And your space in your mouth. Remember the fish we had? They appear on your mouth. Right, elbows itchy, mouth is fish try to appear. Head is wet with water. And one more probably. Left point fingers. Want to return to this device. Want to return to this device. Space was shrinking to the space to want to stop. The elbow on your right is itchy. Is wet. Mouth is full of not full, one fish. So it's already going on. Mouth. want it, stop. Elbows itchy. And just explode. Last one, your feet cannot stand. Remember, we can't stand on our foot. Hands cannot. Left pointing fingers want to reach the device. Mouth full of fish. Elbows, right hand itchy. But cannot stand. Cannot stand. Cannot stand. And double slower. Slower. Itchy knee. Sorry, itchy elbow. Fish in the mouth. Vulnerable feet. Left pointing fingers trying to reach the device to stop. And fish swimming. And try to squeeze the space. Squeeze the whole space. Squeeze the entire space. Squeezing, squeezing, squeeze. The very squeezing position. Not you squeezing, air is squeezing, air is squeezing. Air is It was a bit of rush, but this was the last number 4 exercise about the space. So rather than you are moving, the space is moving. This is actually a good concept because you don't have to move. You just feel the air. You just feel the space. You just space feed you, make you move. So you're passively just receiving. So it was very quick, but I think we have to have a finish, isn't it? So if any questions wanted to ask, I don't know in the live stream people asking or not, but we can answer. I can answer. It was very quick exercise. Start as the hands and feet. Second one is how we cannot stand on the foot. Number 3 is a different part of body, has got the different entity, kingdoms. And number 4 is a space, passive body. It's a lot and still metaphysical and metaphor. So yeah, no question yet, they said, so I don't have to answer, but yeah, if you have a question, you can, or just send me email, or let's wait a minute. Good. Yeah, so thank you for attending or watching. As we said, Butoh is a little bit deep layers of discipline. At the same time, we can all do Butoh. That's my belief, because you have a body, whatever the condition is, and we can let them move, whatever the condition is. And we have a darkness sometimes, but we can tame them in and let go as a part of you. So they're sending a question. No questions. Okay, good. Sometimes after this kind of exercise, we can't even think. So good to digest and enjoy the sunny afternoon today. Be passively taken by the air. You can play with your own inner beast. Sometimes your feet is not take for granted for standing, but you can just let go and play with invisible string. Thank you, and see you around. If you're interested in about Butoh class, just go to my website, yumi.com.au, yumi.com.au. See you around sometimes. Thank you.